Hello everyone and welcome back to the 2018 Granny Squares Crochet Along. Today we're working on this pretty little flower square called Summer Trellis Bloom. So let's get started. Start, if you prefer, your magic circle or chain 4 and slip stitch to create a ring. Then we're going to chain 1 and put 7 more single crochets into this ring. And it's going to actually give us a total of 8 spaces because we are going to count that first chain as a stitch. Alright, so go ahead and put your 7 single crochets into there and we'll slip stitch to the start. Alright, so once you have your 7 single crochets in there, we will go ahead and slip stitch to finish our first round. And from there we are going to chain 5, and this is going to start our cluster for the petals. So this cluster is made out of double, triple crochets. So we're going to yarn over 3 times, insert into that same stitch, pull up a loop, and then we're going to go through 2 loops, yarn through and pull through 2, yarn through and pull through 2, but leave those last 2 on there. And we're going to do that again, yarn over 3 times, go into that same stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then we're going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops, pull through another 2 loops, another 2 loops, and you should have those 3 on your stitch for this first starting one, and then we will yarn over and pull through all 3 of those. So that is your first starting cluster, your first petal. So after that we are going to chain 4. And we're going to chain 4 between each petal here. So we're going to go ahead and we don't need to have any more chains, right? Because this one had to start it. So we're just going to yarn over 3 times, insert into our next stitch here, pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops, and you should have 2 loops left. So yarn over 3 times and repeat that into the same stitch. And now we have 3 loops on our chain, and we're going to yarn over another 3 times into that same stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and to finish off you're going to have 4 loops on your stitch, so you're going to yarn over and pull through all 4 of those loops. So there is your second petal. So you are going to repeat this all the way around, chain 4, and that's the space in between your petals, and then continue doing your double, triple cluster petals into each stitch around. You should have 8 by the end of it, and then we'll slip stitch back to the beginning. Alright, so once you've made your 8th petal, you'll do the last chain 4. Oh, what's that in my ear? And slip stitch to your starting cluster that we did. Now you can either keep the same color from here, but I want to switch, so I am going to finish off my round. And there we have round 2 done. Now if you're keeping the same color on, you will want to slip stitch over into that chain space. If you're starting a new color, start it in the chain space. And we are going to chain 2 to start and work 5 more double crochets into this chain space. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's going to give us a total of 6 stitches in that chain space. We're going to skip over the cluster and we are going to do a triple crochet 2 together here. So go ahead, yarn over twice, but keep 2 loops on your stitch. Do just an impartial triple and do that again. Then you'll have 3 loops on your stitch and pull through all 3 of those. Then we need 2 double crochets, a triple crochet, oopsie, and then we chain 2. So this is our corner, so we're going to repeat this backwards. So of course our triple crochet, two double crochets, and then a triple crochet, whoopsie, yarn over twice, triple crochet 2 together in this spot. And there you have your first corner. So let's go ahead and work 6 crochets, 6 double crochets into the next chain space, and then we'll work our corner into the next, and then 6 double crochets into the next space, and then our corner into the next, and 6 double crochets into the next space, and then our last corner to slip stitch. Awesome! Now that we've finished our last double crochet and chain 1, we are ready to slip stitch into our first stitch that we made there. And to start our last row, once again we're going to chain 2 and double crochet into these next 5 stitches to give us our 6 double crochets all together. Now this last round is kind of just a repeat of the round we just did. So once we've got those double crochets into our last 6 double crochets there, we're going to chain 1 and skip this chain space and double crochet into our next double crochet stitch. Chain 1, skip the chain space and double crochet into our next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 and double crochet into your next stitch. And then here our corner is the same as last time too. So we've got our 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. And go ahead and double crochet into that next stitch. Chain 1, skip one, double crochet into the next, chain one, skip your chain space and double crochet into the next double crochet stitch, chain one, skip that chain space, and then you're going to double crochet into the next 6 here, and you're going to continue that all the way around. So chain one, double crochet into that double crochet stitch, chain one, skip the next chain and then double crochet into there, chain one, skip one, double crochet, and then work your corner, and repeat that all the way around your square until we're ready to slip stitch back to the beginning again. There, great work. Now once you're done your last double crochet and chain one, ready to slip stitch to that first starting stitch we did, and ready to finish it off, because that is the end of our square. I love this one. I think it's so pretty, and I hope you do too. Thank you for crocheting along with me today. See you next time.